What's up, guys? Frugal BC here. Got some Hedera news for you today. That's right. Hedera announcing their answer to ordinals. We're going to look at that Hedera price, and boy, I wish we had better news around that, didn't we? We're going to talk about Karate Combat's next event, which will be at Consensus. That's the big Hedera event coming up at the end of May. We're going to talk about Hedera integrating Pyth and why that matters and what the Pyth network is. And we're going to be answering a question: should you be accumulating HBAR? All that on today's show. By the way, if you like this kind of stuff, you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe button. Every like helps us get a little closer to crypto adoption. No, it doesn't, but it sounds nice. And remember, you don't have to smash it. You can just press it gently. Also, we are brought to you by Non-Fungible Domains and by Fractal Monsters, so check out those links in the description below. Now let's get on to the show. So the first thing I want to talk about is a new answer that HBAR has to Bitcoin ordinals. They're called hash ordinals. We're going to look at what that is right now. Yeah, so this comes right from the HBAR Foundation. They're called hashinals. Did I say it right? Anyway, hashinals are Hedera's highly scalable answer to ordinals, leveraging the HCS and HTS. Hashinals enable decentralized and verifiable NFT metadata management fully on chain. So that's pretty cool. I like that they're doing that. Seems like a really neat thing, because ordinals kind of blew up. They were kind of all the rage not too long ago. That I think people were sort of surprised that you could actually create an NFT on Bitcoin because it hadn't been able to be done before, but apparently it is. And now Hedera has his own answers. I actually thought we had a little more. I thought there was a thread here, but I could be wrong. Oh, I'm not actually signed in. Who knew? You got to be signed in. Anyway, NFT metadata includes the NFT's file name, description, and information as the fabric of any NFT. Historically, this metadata has been stored off the native chain and that the NFTs were minted on to preserve network efficiency. By storing metadata on-chain, we can reduce the need for third-party file storage providers. That's right. We're talking decentralization here. And that enables the network to be self-reliant and reducing points of failure, and in turn helping to ensure the longevity and the integrity of digital assets on the network. Through the creation of hashinals, the breadth of utility for the Hedera consensus service has expanded greatly. This new functionality, we believe that other networks will be able to leverage the efficiency of Hedera to overcome their own limitations. Yeah, I think this is a big positive move from Hedera. I'm not seeing that on Algorand. I like to see that here on Hedera. That's a great thing to have. And the hashinals, I'll be kind of watching to see how that shakes out, because it sounds like a really cool thing. All right, well, I don't know if you're like me, but I loved Karate Combat. I watched the last one, yes, with BitBoy. All the ones, actually, some of my favorites weren't even the YouTubers, actually. They were the combatants that have been doing this for a while, and I thought it was super duper cool. I really enjoyed it. I like the way they lay that out. I like that the action moves. Well, the next Karate Combat is going to be coming to Consensus, which is at the end of May in Austin, Texas. If I didn't already have other plans, I would actually think about attending this, but let's take a look at more about this. Yeah, so we're looking at Karate Combat at Consensus, May 30th, 7 p.m. World's premier full striking league will electrify Consensus bag holders with 10 professional karate combat fights, as well as the second installment of its brand new influencer fight club format. Yeah, so last time, the first one in Mexico City, we had BitBoy, and actually BitBoy, he did pretty well. I was pretty impressed by how he did. Saw my friend AJ there. I've been on his stream before. He's a good dude. Also a big Algorand fan and HBAR fan as well. Cool to see him in the background with some of the other people in that orbit. I don't know any of them. I interviewed DZ once, but I know they're all not friends now. But this looks really cool. I really like the way they've done this. And I like how they integrate Hedera into it. This is one of the problems I had with a lot of the Algorand partnerships, is they weren't really integrated. They weren't visible. Like, you got the Hedera sign right in the middle. And they didn't do this in the Mexico one, but my understanding is they actually, when I watched a different one, they had, like, the scores were all verified on the blockchain. They were all kind of locked onto the blockchain. And then they had a screen that popped up that was like, you can see the little built on by Hedera thing, the upper right corner there. They had a little screen, and it was powered by Hedera. The whole scorecard or whatever was powered by Hedera. I think that's really neat. Yeah, by the way, Consensus is cool. I mean, I like that this is happening. Prices are about to increase in a little under 3 days. And since I can't go to Decipher, I would not mind going here. This is the world's largest, longest running, and most influential gathering that brings together all sides of the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and Web3 community. I wonder how much it costs. Yeah, and hey, only $1,200 it's starting at. So if you got $1,200 to blow, feel free to show. They do have press. I bet they don't count me. Access exclusive announcements and interviews with the influential leaders in crypto and Web3 as an approved member of the press. I don't know. I didn't get an invite at Decipher. I tried to get a press pass, and they were like, "Nope, you're not real press. You're just a YouTuber spreading the word about crypto. So not good enough." Well, this other one I want to talk about is Hedera's partnership with Pyth Network. They have integrated Pyth Network, which is pretty cool. You know what it is it's basically an Oracle system. There is a token underlying it, but the actual program is really cool. So why don't we just dig in here a little bit? Integration of the highly scalable Pyth Network with Hedera. It's time for DeFi on Hedera to enter its next stage of growth. Let's take a look at the benefits of Pyth. So this will explain it for us. Just like the hash graph, Pyth is renowned for its scalability, enabling it to deliver real-time feeds to smart contracts on Hedera. So the really cool thing that it does is it puts these on contract, these chains, these data feeds, price charts, that sort of thing, all in real time, locked onto the blockchain. That's all this cool stuff. This opens the door for lending, perpetual, and other use cases that are dependent on instant data transmission, matching the highly secure nature of Hedera. Pyth has a deep focus on quality and integrity of the data that it provides smart contracts. I like that. By leveraging a decentralized network of validators, Pyth helps limit collusion and data manipulation seen in centralized solutions. See, that's the cool thing. That's the reason why it's on the smart contract is you can verify it. It's a lot harder to corrupt. I like that. As DeFi and Hedera scales, we look forward to having Pyth scale with it. If you're a Pyth, Java, or Solidity developer, you can access Hedera-centric documentation to start building your DeFi application today. I think this is the kind of stuff we should be excited about. It's not the stuff that seems really sexy and fun. It usually seems kind of boring, but this is the cool stuff going on in the background that actually does something for the chain. This is the kind of stuff I get excited about, and then, usually most people are interested in price, which hey, I am too. By the way, we did not look at Hedera price, so why don't we just take a look at that? Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it's been we had been up to 12 cents. That had been doing that for a while. And what did we get as high as 14 cents? I've got sell orders in at 15 for a little bit. I've been taking a little bit of profit, but yeah, boy, because we were sitting around 11, 12 cents for a long time. So to be, go back to where we were almost a month ago is a real bummer. That's just a lot of suck is what that is. That's a bummer. Yeah. Not fun. I mean, all the cryptos are bad right now, so it's not like it's out of line or anything, but it always sucks to see that happening. So all right, well, the last one, and it's kind of related to what we were just talking about. I just kind of want to talk about this. The title is HBAR all-time high, but it's actually asking if you should be buying more. So let's just read it. It says, "Hello all. I've been involved in DCA with HBAR since 2021. My average is around 6 cents. I'm curious if people will be accumulating even after it has doubled-ish." Well, actually more than doubled. Yeah, I guess you could say that's ish, but I wouldn't say ish if it's more than doubled. I'd say that if it's less, I guess, but that's just me. So anyway, it says, "I have cash on hand and I'm curious the realistic expectations of this community and the potential calculated forecast for HBAR during this bull cycle 2024-2025. Is it reasonable to hold on to cash on hand, or is it still obvious option to throw money into HBAR now? What precisely do you believe the up or down benefit to be? I have my own beliefs on where this can go in the next 6 months, but I'm really curious to hear the general sentiment surrounding this project purely in relation to the price being reflected." He says, "Thank you in advance." Well, before I get into other people's what they're going to say, here's what I have to say. I think absolutely. I've actually put in a number of buy orders. I didn't put one in for HBAR yet, but actually I think I probably will. But a lot of my coins I put in buy orders for, kind of extreme pullbacks. I actually filled one for Solana today. I filled one earlier for, what was it? Was it PYR? I'm trying to remember which one I filled today. But I've actually filled a couple of, I filled a Bitcoin one at 62. I mean, I sold off at 68, got back in at 62. I probably should put a lower one in just in case, but I don't think we're going to pull back that far, just not even into the halving yet. So any major pullbacks to me are an opportunity. Now that's my strategy. I'm not a buy and holder. So some people just bought and hold and they're just going to buy when it's low and otherwise just hang on to it and ride it out for a while. I don't think most people are going to do that though. I think most people want to realize some profit, and I like to take profit on the way up during the when we get to the macro bull cycle. And this is really the first half of that. This is like the mini half, and then the major half is still yet to come. So I'm pretty optimistic that we got more room to grow. And yeah, I should probably put a 10 cent or 9 cent HBAR buy order in. I'm starting to run out of room, so because I took some profits and already funneled them elsewhere. Because currently the HBAR plus everything else is a Bitcoin price derivative. I'm like, yeah, I guess, but like, yeah, but the thing is, like, here's what's wrong about this, and he kind of goes into this. So he's making the argument. He says, okay, my only reason to put money into HBAR is because I speculate that at some point HBAR is going to decouple from Bitcoin's Ponzi scheme. Jesus. Okay, that's not what a Ponzi scheme means, by the way. Someone has to actually be operating for it to be a Ponzi scheme. Someone actually has to be doing it. Like, there's no Ponzi scheme. Because the scheme implies someone's actually planning this. But yeah, a lot of the coins do follow Bitcoin. I mean, if you look at the patterns, they're all pretty similar. So yeah, that's fair. It's kind of fair to say, but the thing is, like, the alts they move in parallel with Bitcoin, but not at the same rate. They actually move like a lot of coins have already well surpassed Bitcoin. Metastao, PYR, Solana, all those are all coins that I happen to hold that have already done way better than Bitcoin. Now they pull back a lot, so I bought back in a little bit, but Bitcoin, I'm still I haven't taken out all my profit yet. I actually was on Solana and Metis. I was actually up Metastao too, so I disagree with that. We'll read a couple more. I bought at all-time highs in DCA all the way back down to 4 cents. Average buy is 21 cents. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be sitting there. Yeah, but you bought at the wrong time. Don't buy at all-time highs. I don't know if you bought at other coins at all-time highs, but any coins you buy at all-time highs just don't. Why would you? That's the wrong time. All right, I hit my big goals and average price goals. Buying now would increase my average price. So I get it. I understand the feeling, but it's also like it's a little bit wrong because especially if you took profits at a higher amount. If you didn't take any profits, if you're just holding on, then yeah, it probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Because why would you have just done it earlier? I mean, it kind of does make some sense, I guess, but if you've already sold off at higher levels, you sold off a little bit, took a little profit, and there's nothing wrong putting it back in at a lower level. That's called making money. Let's see. Let's see if anyone else had anything interesting to make. Too many tokens in play, no sense of urgency by GC. Well, okay, but this is about whether or not to buy an HBAR, not right now. So my average of 0.0545 cents is really good. That's where I was actually. It says, I believe anything under 9.10 is really good and you'll see a nice return. I think that's probably fair. I put like 40, 50 cents. Or no, what did I say? 80, 90 cents I think I had for a high for HBAR. But I always go conservative. But yeah, 10 cents, if it goes to 90 cents, that's a 9x. That's not bad, right? Yeah, that's about all that's interesting there. So all right, well, guys, thanks for tuning in for our HBAR news. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, I think we're in for good times ahead. So don't be too worried by this pullback. And meanwhile, there's a lot of good things happening on the Hedera blockchain. We just highlighted some of them today. So stay safe out there, Frugal BC, and I will see you in the future.